Look at me the week after releasing a full collection video, already doing a collection update, therefore making that video already obsolete. But that's just how I roll. Dab, dab, dab on the haters. What was that? That was pretty cringe. Anyways, I went to the United States, which is why I'm making this video. I went there to hang out with the Sick on Cinema boys. Sadly, Herschel got passed away that weekend and he couldn't hang out with us. We will always remember him and all the goofy things he did. May he rest in peace. Shout out Herschel. But yeah, I hung out with the boys, met awesome people, and bought some movies. This time I didn't go over budget, which is surprising because last year I went a lot over budget, but that was mainly because of Grindhouse video, which is now closed, sadly. Once again, rest in peace. Always been more memories. But yeah, I met the boys, I met some awesome directors, which I will talk about later, and of course I bought movies, and I'm doing a video update because, I didn't record a review. Obviously, I wasn't gonna record a review in a hotel room, and I'm tired. I drove 16 hours. Twice. Anyways, as you guys know, or maybe not, Matt from the Sick on Cinema Boys has a project where he kind of brings films that would not necessarily get a release, and he has a little series in that little project that is called the Cat 3 films. Of course, Cat 3 being the rating from Hong Kong movies. I've talked in depth about those. I have a lot of reviews, and the last one I think he released was a Human Pork Chop, but this is Daughter of Darkness, and obviously Matt is a graphic designer, which is why the cover is so darn hot, and he did show me a lot of his future covers, and I would definitely tell you guys to go follow Cinefilm Preservation and to order directly from him, because this is a good looking release. I haven't popped in yet, but I think I've saw the transfer because I've had a link for this for a while. Daughter of Darkness is a movie that I will cover on my channel eventually. It is one of the sleaziest, goofiest, most disturbing Hong Kong flicks probably out there. It's disturbing because it's half slapstick comedy and half the most vile stuff you've ever seen put on a screen. So I would highly recommend people checking out this film. It is starring Lily Chong, Anthony Wong, and Hugo Nu, which I don't know how to pronounce that name. I don't speak Mandarin or Cantonese. I don't know what they speak in Hong Kong. Anyways, the directors I met that I bought movies from, they were both awesome. The two directors at a table together, Nathan Rumler, who's a sweet, great guy, and Jorge de la Rosa, who made the next movie I picked up, Hell Van. And the boys have already watched this and they're telling me that it is great, so I cannot wait to watch it. I might do a video on it. That's the thing, is I have so much movies I want to do videos on, so it might take a while. But yeah, Hell Van, directed by sorry, my pronunciation is really bad. Jorge de la Rosa, and it's a film about a van. That's pretty much all I know about it. I do love the tagline in the back. No power steering, no air conditioning, no brakes. Hell has no cruise control. Man, the taglines are amazing, and this cover's pretty cool. But yeah, it comes with a little insert. He also had he was also selling Hell Van beers, which I sadly did not get to buy because he couldn't sell the beer at the convention at his table, but he did give me a beer. We'll keep that in between each other because that might get him in trouble. I don't know. I went behind this table to drink a beer with him. Super great guy. Again, Nathan Rumler too was at the table with him, and really cool guys. I'm gonna put a picture up that we took together, so I can't wait to get to see Hell Van. And of course, Nathan Rumler, director of Amityville Vibrator, which I will do a video on also because I really like that movie. I watched it with a friend. We were pretty intoxicated. I feel like Nathan would appreciate, that being the way we watched it. But he also made this film that I can't show the back cover because his stuff gets pretty graphic. It is Gay for Prey. So this also stars another YouTube legend, Mr. Parka. in a role. I think, sadly, he doesn't play Jesus, which is with the Mr. Parker long hair era, would have been perfect to play Jesus. This is from 2017, and basically it's a comedy about Jesus being kicked out of heaven for being a homosexual man, stripped of his powers and cast down to earth as punishments. Three misfits discover his true identity and decide to help him get his powers back, but not without catching the attention of some maniacal protesters in town. So that sounds pretty funny. Turns out that my edition of Amityville Vibrator includes this film, but I decided, support the director directly in person. Also, again, super cool dude. And there was also a short film he made, Wraith, that he was selling, but that I do also have on my Amityville Vibrator edition. And there was this amazing edition of his film Amityville Vibrator on DVD with artwork by Mike Diana, and John bought it, and it looks insane. I couldn't, even if I did buy it, I couldn't show it here. It gets graphic. If you're familiar with Mike Diana's art, you know what I mean. And they were also selling some used DVDs, so I got some old Tokyo Shock DVDs. This one is pretty cool. It's one of those, the ones that you can turn over, the art is like that. It's Black Angel, a film from Japan, and I think it's like mid-2000s when Tokyo Shock was kind of at their peak, releasing a lot of stuff. So the film is from 1997, the DVD is from 2002, so it's pretty cool. And I think this is like kind of a femme fatale action flick similar to Black Cat, La Femme Nikita, of course, all that genre of women with guns shooting at people. So that's pretty cool. Can't wait to jump into those. I do like these old like Tokyo Shock releasings. I have a lot of them, as you probably saw in my collection video, which if you're watching this after my collection video, just think of this as an extension of that video, so I don't have to do another 10-hour long video. Then we got ID or ID from Kei Fujiwara. I'm having difficulties. So this is the woman that directed Organ and also starred, well, at least played in a lot of Shunya Tsukamoto films. Like, I'm pretty sure she's in Tetsuo the Iron Man. The Show Me Something Wrong podcast did an episode on this film a while ago. I don't remember exactly what this movie is. I'm just excited to finally get it, and also it was super cheap. Rumler had some great prices. This was $3 and Black Angel was $2, so that is insane. But yeah, can't wait to watch this. I also have to watch her other film, which is Organ, and again, I will definitely do a video about that. Then, of course, there was the Orbit table, which most of these come from the Orbit table, but not all of them. Orbit DVD, which is a store in North Carolina, I think. They basically present the show, and I traded in a bunch of VHS stuff, VHS tapes, a few movies, and I got a pretty good credit, store credit. And one of the films I had is the regular edition of the Wicker Man. They had the amazing like 4K multi-cut, multi-disc edition, but that was like $40 and $100 for the super massive edition. And honestly, I've never seen the Wicker Man, so I wasn't really down to spend like $100 on an edition of a film that I'm sure I'll love, because this is, as this says, the Citizen Kane of horror films. This is considered by many to be one of the greatest horror films ever. It is in that vein of folk horror, of course, starring Ingrid Pitt, Christopher Lee, Britt England. So this seems to be a lot of the cast from, old school 70s Hammer films, which makes sense because this is British and this is 74. But yeah, the Wicker Man, this is just the regular. I think this one is the theatrical cut or the director's cut. It is the 94-minute cut. Pretty sure somebody in the comment will correct me if it is either the theatrical or the director's cut. Pretty sure it is the director's cut. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I can't wait to jump into Wicker Man. This is another like super big blind spot for me. That and of course Possession, which I will watch pretty soon. Directed by Robin Hardy, of course. You're the devil's son! Now, I've never seen Hack-O-Lantern, but the boys, as you guys probably know, are a big fan of Hack-O-Lantern, and they talked about it in a podcast. This is the Massacre video release, which this is the first Massacre video I've bought since, dolls, the word that I can't really say on YouTube. But yeah, this seems super fun. This is some cheesy, like, 80s stuff. I think GrindhouseFunhouse also did cover this in his 31 days. I think this was it. But yeah, super silly, rock and roll / metal horror kind of. Yeah, looks goofy, looks fun. Finally, Cemetery Man on 4K. I can finally get rid of my Shameless Blu-ray, which up until now was the only version of that film I had. The transfer is just garbage on the old Shameless Blu-ray, and this is a 4K, so as you guys know, I recently bought a 4K player. This does come with the Blu-ray, which I would probably still bought if I didn't have a 4K player, because I need this movie in the best transfer possible, since this is the best horror film, in my opinion, out of the entire 90s, or at least it's right up there in like a top 3. It's Italian, directed by Michele Soavi, of course. It is, honestly, if you haven't seen Cemetery Man, what are you doing with your life? It's honestly the greatest 90s horror film, like, in my opinion. It is great. It is amazing, pure nightmare logic, atmospheric, great cast, great direction, beautiful cinematography. I cannot wait to watch this on a transfer that is worth a damn. Yeah, so yeah, this cover doesn't show up well on camera, but you know, there's a little bit of a reflection texture on the title, and this is the back of the flick. So yeah, pretty excited to finally watch this on a good transfer. Then, rest in peace, Roger Corman. That was big news. We learned about his passing away Saturday. And I was recently on a Roger Corman kick. Last week I watched back-to-back Not of This Earth and Humanoids from the Deep on the old Shout Factory Roger Corman Collection DVD. And then out of nowhere I find this for $15, and it is the Steelbook. And again, I'm not the biggest Steelbook collectors, but whenever I see them, and it's a movie I don't already have, or in this case I want to upgrade, I do buy them. Also, this one looks pretty good. Love that they give you this at the back. Yeah, the inside's a bit boring, you know, there's just a little quote. But yeah, Humanoids from the Deep, an amazing film that honestly is slept on. And the first time I watched this, I wasn't a big fan of it, which is why you should rewatch movies, because last week when I rewatched it, I thought to myself that this is one of the greatest, like, Jaws ripoffs ever. It is so much fun. It is paced magnificently. There's not a dull moment in this entire thing. And yeah, I will review this because, especially in summertime, I feel like, you know, it's the summertime is like when horror fans watch like Jaws and stuff like that. But I feel like if you're a fan of trashy exploitation films, you should definitely be watching this one too. It is amazing. Then we have the man behind the beast. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's something Polish. This is behind Convent Walls. A big inspiration, I think, for Immaculate, which I, again, absolutely adored that film. Probably my favorite mainstream horror film of the year. And I wanted to see more nunsploitation / a bit classier nunsploitation stuff. And of course, since this is Walerian Borowski, that Polish name, I'm like, yeah, this is probably going to be good. And this is a bit of a naughty cover, but reversible cover. The slip is pretty cool, and of course it's an arrow, so there's nothing really in the back. Not a lot of information. Well, a lot of information, but I mean no screenshots, nothing like that. This edition does come with like a booklet and a whole bunch of stuff, and it is pretty nifty. Yeah, I would highly recommend Well, I don't know if I recommend the movie. I haven't seen it yet, but if you have seen this movie and you like it and you haven't picked up this Blu-ray, I think you should, cause yeah. Say what you will about Arrow recently, but this is a pretty cool release. Then we have old school Vinegar Syndrome. We have Good Luck Miss Wyckoff, directed by Marvin Chomsky. This is like old school Vinegar Syndrome. I'm pretty sure 2013, so that was in their first couple of years. The blue case, and this is more of, oh, my light died. This is more of a drama, which is surprising, and I will go get more light. I haven't seen this film yet, but John did highly recommend it, and usually when John recommends something, you know it's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, Donald Pleasance is in this. Anne Haywood, Robert Vaughn, which Robert Vaughn is a name I've heard before. I'm not too familiar. But yeah, Polly Platt. That's the there's the cast is pretty solid, honestly, for a video for a movie that from old school Vinegar Syndrome. I'm like, this seems like a lot classier than whatever they were releasing, because back in the Blue Day case, I'm of course Corruption, Madman, Graduation Days, Massage Parlor Massacre, Raw Force. This seems to be, you know, kind of out of that vein, so I can't wait to watch that. Then we have some pretty cool stuff. I'm a big fan of Grindhouse releasing, but hi. She scared the shit out of me. That was a cat jump scare. She missed me a lot. She hasn't left my goddamn fucking site since I came back. Okay. But yeah, I am a big fan of Grindhouse releasing. I tried to get all their stuff, but in Canada it's crazy expensive. So when I found this, brand new by the way, this was brand spanking new, I was pretty excited. Def Game, of course, is not their latest, because that was Impulse with The Shat. But this is the original film that Knock Knock, one of my least favorite movies of all time, was based on. But I'm like thinking to myself, like, come on, Knock Knock is a remake made by Eli Roth. I'm sure the original is good, at least better than that, but that's not hard to beat. But yeah, Def Game from this amazing edition. Again, Grindhouse releasing is totally like quality over quantity. They always release like these amazing editions. Of course, the CD, which I never care for, but the art at least on it is pretty good. I don't care about CDs. And this is pretty cool. Of course, 2 discs, reversible cover, CD's nuts on your face. But yeah, Def Game, pretty cool. Oh shit, that was from the Rumler's table. So Rumler, I guess, I didn't know that, is a big Jean Rollin fan, and he released this bootleg of one of Rollin's Triple X features, and he apparently corrected the subtitles, fixed a lot of things that was in previous releases of this, so I'm pretty excited about watching that. I do love Jean Rollin, and most of his X-rated stuff is pretty near impossible to find. Legitly, it's impossible. The thing about Rollin is he never sold the rights to his X-rated things. I'm pretty sure that's what Kino or Redemption said back in the days. Like, we would love to release them. We all tried to we tried to buy the rights directly from Rollin, but Rollin wasn't interested in selling his Triple X stuff. And from what Rumler tells me, this is pretty much as close as a normal Jean Rollin film that you can find in his whole like a little career there in the X-rated films from '75. Pretty excited to watch that. I might do a video going over like Rollin's X-rated stuff eventually. From from Saturn's Core, we got Tortured Soul Trilogy. Now I had no clue what this was. I basically bought this because I'm like, damn, this is $15 with the slip, and it's Saturn's Core. At first I thought this was going to be like some Wave Productions, that's why I wasn't sure, but then I saw that no, it's not, and then I looked on Letterboxd to see what my friends thought about this franchise, and they seem to all agree that these are pretty good, other than the third one. But yeah, the first and second one apparently are really good. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to watch that. This is a heavy edition, you know, there's probably a lot of stuff. Of course, there's a reversible cover, probably. I just haven't looked at it. Yeah. Yeah, these, like, whenever they release a lot of movies, I don't ever turn the slip over the alternative artwork, because usually it's, like, just the poster of one of the films. But yeah, it comes with a booklet, and a pretty cool edition. Pretty cool edition. For movies that I had no clue what they were until this weekend for a super, super good price. Like 15 bucks. Damn, if I don't like it, I can probably just sell the slipcover for that price and some asshole will buy it. Speaking of movies that were so cheap I couldn't believe it, it is Umberto Lenzi's Sacrifice, aka The Man from Deep River. I wonder if it's that title anywhere else. This is a naughty, naughty cover. I will not be taking off the slipcover. So yeah, Ivan Rashimov, Mimile, this is basically what kickstarted the whole Italian jungle cannibal craze that went up until the 80s, at least early 80s, of course, with Cannibal Holocaust, Cannibal Ferox. Umberto Lenzi, of course, directed Cannibal Ferox. And this is really the one that started it all, and I've been wanting to watch this movie for over 10 years. I could never find it for a reasonable price. I think it's been out of print there for a while, that Raro Video edition. So I'm pretty excited to watch it, since, you know, I'm a big fan of the Italian jungle cannibal films, to the disapproval of many, because a lot of people hate those movies, and I understand why people don't like those movies. The animal cruelty aspect is a bit rough. Myself, I like Cannibal Holocaust. Without that chair almost hit my camera. Thank you, cat. Personally, whenever I do watch Cannibal Holocaust, which is more often than I'd like to admit, I'm mentally ill, I do watch it without the animal cruelty, because that's just the way I prefer. But yeah, this has Mimi Lay in it, so that's pretty cool. The bonus features, I'm not sure if they're written anywhere, but yeah. Sacrifice, got this for $10. I could not believe my eyes. 10,000 fireflies. In the hotel room, we watched, it's not Splatter Farm, the other, what's name, goddamn, John McBride, film, not Splatter Farm, that other one, anyways, got Wood Chipper Massacre, since, TerraVision doesn't really ship to Canada, or they do, but it's so expensive that I had to buy this, especially after watching the other Mark Polonia film that we watched together in the hotel room. I'm like, this slaps. I need more Polonias. I wish I would have gotten that other film we watched, but hey, this will do for now, and I haven't taken out of the plastic, so this is brand new TerraVision Wood Chipper Massacre. From another store in Tennessee called The Dungeon. So if you're ever in the Tennessee area, go watch that. Cannibal Campout, that was the movie we watched together. Yeah, so that was super fun. As you guys know, I like my SOV trash, and yeah, Wood Chipper Massacre. Can't wait to see this. We're almost done. For the FrankenCon, we're done. The last one, the best, the greatest film ever, Herencia Diabolica, also known as the Mexican Chucky. We watched this in the hotel room too, and I don't think I've ever laughed this hard in years, maybe decades. This movie is one of the most mind-melting, glorious, terrible films I've ever seen, and I will definitely do a video on it. I'm pretty sure next week I'm gonna do a video on Herencia Diabolica. Just look at this beautiful, released by the Gauser Video, which is a new sub-label that released Redneck Zombies and this. Nobody expected to get this to get ever like released, and yeah, this is prominent on the cover because it's prominent in the movie. A little slippy. Of course, this is not shot on video. This was actually shot on film, but edited on tape. And this movie is wacky. These I've showed in my full collection video, but just in case you haven't seen that one yet, yes, cat, I am coming she will have attention, don't worry, people. Alex, one of my friends and subscribers, sent me this, super cool, for free. I don't know why you did that, I don't deserve gifts like that, but hey, if you want to send me movies I want, just hit me up in the DM, I'll give you my address, I don't care. Just if you show up to my house, at least we can watch a good movie together before you kill me and fillet me like a fillet of fish. This is what I needed last for my Jorg Budgerite collection, so it's their Toadskin. I haven't seen it yet, but I do love Jorg as a filmmaker, so I'm sure I'll love this. Pretty cool edition. Can I even show this? This movie is filthy. So it comes with a book, and I won't go. You guys can Google that. I'm imagining that this movie is pretty filthy, since Jorg Budgerite is a filthy filmmaker, but yeah, we'll see. And finally, on 4K, I haven't even taken out the shrink wrap, it is Midsummer, which is appropriate now that I have Wicker Man, so I can watch Wicker Man first and then watch Midsummer, because from what I hear, this is heavily inspired by that. So yeah, pretty cool. 4K Ari Aster. I have Hereditary on Blue. I haven't seen any of his films yet, but yeah, pretty excited about this one. Anyways, that was the video. I gotta get editing because this is Tuesday, and wait, I'll just shoot the thumbnail. I'll just pick up a bunch of random crap, and then I'll probably like Photoshop AI something goofy on my face. Here we go. I'll do that later. Anyways, thank you for watching, people, and yeah, regular reviews coming back, because my wallet cannot do this anymore. I have to take a little break. I have car repairs to do, so I will take a little break from buying movies. But then again, Vinegar Syndrome is having their halfway to Black Friday sales pretty soon, so I say that, but I'll probably still spend a lot of money on that sale. Anyways, see you guys later.